What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faint. Where we encourage us to live our life humanly with the knowledge of factual truth, because no one else can live our life for us. Also, you know how I roll, right? Life is good. Life is not what they made it. It's good, it's fair, it's beautiful. It's not what our enemies or our oppressors made it to be. And we must live it. Our bondage will never be forever. No condition is permanent. Okay, so we were living before they came, and we continue living after they leave. They have to. And I hope you're doing well wherever you are, enjoying your life, living your life. You have to. You were born, not created. You were born to live, explore, and enjoy your life. It is your life. I was thinking recently, I said, for those that believe it is their God that created or give them life, because one of the excuses they have for believing a non-existent God is they believe God gave them life. You know, so, but they're against suicide. When somebody, as they say, take their life, they say, oh, that person has taken their life. They didn't say that person has taken God's life. It is their life. So if it is God that gives life, and those of you that claim that God is one that is keeping you alive, why the suicide? The suicide case, people taking their lives, is their life. You can end yours right now. No God can stop you. No God gave you life, and no God can stop you taking your life. It is your life, and you will continue living. You are eternal being. You are not what they wrote in their useless books called Torah, Bible, Quran, or any other religious book or spiritual book out there. They are all bullshit, telling you something they imagine, something they assume as if it is true, without evidence, without proof. They say, okay, you're looking for evidence here, okay, look at that and that's evidence. No. Let what you believe speak for itself. Don't tell me something else. And if you say that thing exists, I don't want to believe. I need to know. All right? So today, I'm sharing with us what I titled The Everlasting Chains. Everlasting Chains. The chains, they used to keep us in bondage. And to some of us, it seems like... we can never be free again. I've had some people, they have a great mind for Africans, but they say, man, I don't think we can ever wake up again. We can't think our people will ever wake up again. Oh, yeah, they are too backward, they are too sleepy. They will never wake up, because of how they tongue lash them, attack them. People you're trying to help. Yeah, but I am different. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying the fact. I am different because I did not just get up and say, okay, let me do this. I see our people. I said, no, I was prepared for this. So that's why when they come against me, I said, you are wasting your time. You want me to tire? Want me to stop doing what? No, you are wasting your time because I was prepared for this before they were conceived. Before their parents came together to say they want to have them. I was prepared for this. So I'm not maybe someone that just want to talk, looking for likes, looking for friends, making money online or social media. No. It doesn't matter what you are saying. I was prepared for, and when you are prepared for something, it doesn't matter who against you, you will continue doing what you are doing. Those people that weren't prepared, they don't have strength to continue, but you do because you are prepared for it. You didn't just make it up on your own. No, you were called. I mean, you were prepared for it, equipped for it. So I have the knowledge of what I'm saying. So I'm discussing about the change, the everlasting change they cast on us. One of our ancestors said that the worst form of slavery is mental slavery. It's not the physical ones. Where you can see people that don't have chains on their hands anymore, don't have chains on their feet anymore, but mentally they have chains. And many of us don't know what those chains are. I want to show us those chains because even some people that know very well they are awakened, you see them still, using those chains. Sometimes I made mistake using it, but it's gradually because the brainwashing was so deep. It's not something you will just get rid of just like that. It takes time. It's like when you acquire knowledge, you grow in knowledge. You don't say I have known it all. No, you grow in it. And when it comes to knowledge of the truth, as our ancestors also said, no truth is permanent. No truth is permanent. It must have continuous examination, and the fact will always supersede faith or belief. So any truth that does not base on facts, you trash it. It doesn't matter how long you have believed it. It doesn't matter how long you have preached it. It doesn't matter how you have fought for it. People know you of saying it. No, it doesn't matter. The truth will always prevail. The truth that is based on facts, not truth that based on belief. Like the religious truth or some spiritual truth. Those things are based on fear or imagination of someone or assumption of someone, but it's not based on fact. That's why it cannot stand the test of time. That's why when somebody that is smart question them, they scattered because all the thing they have to do is to attack you. That's it. Because there's no way they can stop you. They cannot give you the answer to your question. So the everlasting change, and when you read place like Jude chapter 1 verse 6, it's talking about everlasting change in the Bible. So when I was thinking about how to share this, that's what came to mind, the everlasting chains, the chains that keep our people, most of our people today, as we speak, in slavery, in mental slavery, called Christianity, mental slavery, called Islam, mental slavery, called Judaism, mental slavery, called belief system or spirituality. It's mental slavery, believing in something that does not exist, but you insist, delusional in it, that you insist that it exists. Yeah, it exists. But what is that thing doing for you? It cannot put food on your table. It cannot make you rise up to fight for what belongs to you. You only always defending yourself or just protecting your house. But you are not offensive, like you are not attacking those who are attacking you. You're just wishing that one thing will happen to them. You wishing things will happen, miracle will happen, or your ancestors will walk, or God will walk, or angels will walk. All that bullshit. Spirituality and religion keep people in bondage. So the everlasting chains, but you see the chains, the main chains that are holding people in that bondage, in that slavery. In 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13, it says there, he said there are three things that last forever, three things that abide. No matter the translation you are using, it means the same thing. Things that last. It didn't say people that last. And with those three chains, they lie to our people that when you hold those three things, that means you will meet God. That means you will live a God that no one has seen or can see. A God that does not exist. And you see many of our people living in it. One of my co-workers asked me, she asked me like why I left. I shared it one time. I said, because I found the truth. So I said, can you tell me one thing that God can do for you? One thing can. Oh man, she's struggling. She said, God give us hope. I said, no, you don't need hope to live. When you're talking about hope, you're talking about what you just desire is possible, but it's not possible. But you desire it will be possible. It can be possible, but it's not. So the three things they mentioned, they say faith, hope, and love. Then he said the greatest of them, of these three things that will last, so they will last forever, three of them. But one is the greatest. He said that's love. Which I will share with you why they mention that love is the greatest. But in reality, it is knowledge that is the greatest, not love. Love is nothing. Love is a lie. Love is falsehood. Somebody want to rob you, they use love to rob you. Somebody want to deal with you, they use love to seduce you and deal with you. There's nothing good about love. But majority of people have accepted it. Yeah, love means taking care of people. No, that's not what. Taking care of people is natural. Taking care of your people, start with yourself, is natural. You don't need anyone to tell you how to take care of your own self, your family. You don't need anyone to tell you how to take care or when or that you should take care of your family. You don't need anyone to tell you that. Unless they have corrupted you. Then that's when you see the slave masters telling slaves what to do. They tell slaves, train up your child in the way it should go. They tell slaves, honor your father and mother. Bullshit. I don't need anyone to tell. If my father and mother take care of me, I don't need anyone to tell me take care of them. It's natural. If you take care of your children, you don't need anyone to tell your children to take care of you. It's natural. They will take care of you. It's natural. You don't need any law for that. And where there is law and commandment, it's slavery. It's not way of living. Naturally, you live naturally, period. Use your brain. You can read their books, you can read whatever they are, but use your own brain. There is no force greater than your brain. There's no force greater than your mind. That's why they want you not to use it. They say, no, do not lean on yourself. No. Don't think. No. Just believe. So they said these three. You have these three everlasting chains that keep people in perpetual bondage. But there's no bondage that is perpetual or forever or eternal, except you keep believing it. But the day you drop it, I used to be in that chain, in those chains. I used to be in them. I used to have faith, I used to have hope, I used to love. I trash all of them, and I'm free. You want to be free? You must destroy faith, hope, and love. Those things are religious nonsense. They use in spirituality and religion to keep people in bondage. If somebody is not treating well, say, but you have to. They steal your parents. They steal your siblings. They steal your neighbors. They steal your uncles. They steal your this. They steal your kin. That's bullshit. People don't wish you well. They say just keep living with them. Don't worry. No. The reason why you have your two legs is if that thing is not working for you, you walk away. You are not a tree. You are not a tree. You walk away. Not you bend and come back. No, like tree. No, you walk away. You have your two legs. They say faith. And what is faith? confident or unquestioning belief in God or in ideas or in things. Unquestioning. Anything that say you cannot question, don't accept that thing. That's why you see believers, they say, how dare you? Who are you to question God? They give you faith. That's what they give you. And that faith is rooted in fear. Faith in God. That's why they tell you that the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom, which is a lie. The beginning of wisdom is the knowledge of yourself. The beginning of wisdom is knowledge. When you say, I want to know, then you will gain wisdom. Because you want to know, then you dare to know. You begin to do your own research, do your own findings, and begin to have wisdom. Wisdom is experience, period. It's not a gift. No. Say, he that lack wisdom, let him ask God. God don't give you wisdom. Wisdom is experience, what you have experienced. That's your wisdom. That's why they tell you, they talk about the wisdom of the elders. They have experienced a lot in life, so they know what was and what was. But we have some stupid elders who still insist that something that doesn't work works, and they want you to continue believing in it. So they give you faith. Faith is an everlasting chain. It's an everlasting chain. You're having unquestioning belief. Even when things is working against you, you believe it's not working against you. Look at what is happening in Haiti as we speak. Earthquake kill almost 2,000 people. And those people, on Sunday, they will still go to church. Those of them that are doing voodoo, they will still do their spiritual stuff. Right? They are not doing the right voodoo, because the right voodoo, you will use it to promote, build, know yourself and do something better, prevent things. The right voodoo, yeah, we had it, but we're coming. We're gonna restore it. Then some of them already believe it is God's will, or they will tell you because Haitian practicing voodoo, that's why earthquake happened. That's bullshit. Study to know why earthquake happened. It has nothing to do with any prophecy, has nothing to do with any God. But remember, earthquake has been happening because some of you will tell it, the Bible prophecy is saying the last days there will be earthquake. You know how many years earthquake has been happening in this world? More than 1 million years. Of course, if you dig where somewhere the earthquake will happen, it will happen. All those places that are mining, those people living around that area, they must have earthquake. So, but see what happened, disaster. Adults and children buried in disaster. And yet these people believe there is God. There is God. How can you say there is no God? There is God. They begin to come up with nonsense ideas to defend that God. How can you say there is no God? When this thing happened, what happened? When you look at that thing, it means there is a creator of it. Nonsense, you stupid. Okay, are you the creator of it? No. Then what are you talking about? Someone you have not seen, say that person is the creator of it, or that thing is the creator of it. Can't you see you are lying to yourself? How can you say you believe in God? You say you are a truthful person. Anyone that believes in God is a liar. He lied to himself and to people around. You cannot be believing God and say to be truthful. You are not a truthful person. You are a believer. You are not a truthful person if you believe in God, because no one has seen God at any time. But you believe there is God. You believe God exists, and you are insisting on it, that there is God. You are hating people like me for it, that there is God. You are killing people like me for it, that there is God. How dare you speak against my God? How dare you say my God is useless? Idiot. Have you seen your God? No. So which God are you fighting for? Oh no, it's your own God that is useless. But you believe there is one God. So if my own God is useless and you believe there is one God, you are also indirectly saying that your God is useless. You agree with me that God is useless. Faith is everlasting chain, and everyone that fight for faith, they are hard to be awakened. They will kill you for their faith. It binds them. They strongly believe. Don't question my belief. Don't question my God. They believe, and they want you to believe. or respect what they believe. I don't respect your belief. I don't respect your faith. I respect your person. I respect you as individual. We don't live by faith. We live by fact. We live by sight. We live by knowledge. We don't live by faith. So trust faith is an everlasting chain. If you hold it, you will live in bondage. Then the second one, their hope, desire, expectation is possible. They give you that hope. It's an everlasting chain. The slave masters give the hope to the slaves. Say, don't worry, there's a better land. When you die, you will go to heaven. There's a better place than where you are now. God loves you. You say, but God gives me, I have hope that God did. I have hope. No. If there is God, you will not need hope. Like if I've worked, right? I will get paid tomorrow. I don't have hope I will get paid. It's guaranteed. It's a must. Whether they like it or not, I must get paid. If they don't pay me, I sue them. So it's only a place where the system is not working. You see people living in hope. And that's why when you go to poor places like Nigeria, you see people living in hope. People that work, but they don't know whether they tell you nobody knows what will happen tomorrow. They may not pay. Excuse me. You don't say that nonsense in America. You can't say that nonsense in America. In fact, they pay someone to make sure that they pay you all they're supposed to pay you. Because tomorrow, if you find out that they didn't pay you, you may sue them and claim millions. So they don't want that mistake because they know that people has been doing that. You say you have hope. That's the everlasting chain. That's the chain that will keep you delusional. Just like faith. Hope will keep you expecting something is possible when it's not possible. It's impossible for God to intervene. It is impossible for God to give you anything. God cannot do anything to you. That God cannot do anything for you. It is impossible. Yet you keep having hope. It's possible. God will make a way for me. God can never make a way for anyone. It is impossible. But you see people still hoping. I hope it will. I hope. Many people have died in hope. Because they read in the book, Abraham, who against hope, believed in hope. You believed in hope. Then you die. You die. Abraham, sure you know, Abraham did not have hope. Abraham did not live in even faith. No. He went and impregnated the Egyptian lady. Where is faith of Abraham? If he believed in God, he wouldn't have Ishmael. If he had hope in God, he wouldn't have Ishmael. It's right there. But they talk about the faith of Abraham, the father of faith. Abraham is not qualified to be father of faith. You know what is faith? Faith can never work. You can never have faith and succeed. No. You can never have hope and succeed. No. You keep hoping. Somebody keep tormenting your life. You keep hoping. One day it will be well. You will die. You will die in that situation. You have to rise up. Yeah, learn it. Abraham said, no, I need a child. He has to sleep with God did not give him any child, including Isaac and Ishmael. God did not give any child to Abraham. He has to fuck women to have Isaac and Ishmael. You are living in hope. There is nothing you can have with hope. There's nothing you can achieve with hope. Just the same thing with faith. It's religious chain, mental chain that enslave you. You keep believing nonsense is true when it's not true. You keep hoping it will change when it will not change until you rise up and do something. And yet when you do something, you say it is God. God give me strength. No, it's not any God. You did it. Unless you are saying you are the God that did it, then I will agree with you. But telling me there is invisible God that did it? No. There's nothing that is done by God anywhere in the world. Nowhere. See what is happening in Haiti? Who is sending the relief? Who is working there? Who is digging it and bringing the people buried there? It is people, not any God. A God that cannot prevent your problem can never solve your problem, no matter how you believe, no matter how you hope. God is useless. And that's what our parents taught us. You see little children, parents force them to pray, force them to fast, force them to go to religious gatherings. Little children are supposed to be having nice time in their houses. Their parents force them to go to church activities, religious activities. When they're supposed to go to have fun in the field or somewhere in the park, they take them to religious gathering. And they grew up with that, and you see them defending that nonsense. Their parents, I trusted my parents. Oh, what do you mean? I'm living by that faith, and I have hope it will be well. You show them the weakness of their own parents that taught them that. They tell you, don't worry, maybe my parents made mistake. I am better now. I am better than my parents. I know better than you. Don't know nothing. You can't belong to any religion and claim to know anything. You don't know what you believe. You don't know what you worship. You are just ignorant and you are confident in it. Then the third one, they said love. Say love abide. That's everlasting chain. It's a everlasting chain, abiding chain. Love, strong affection for God, strong affection for someone. You don't need that nonsense. Strong feeling. No. And that's why they tell you in the book that God is love. You see why they tell you that love is the greatest? Because the love they're talking about is God. They tell you that God is the greatest. I mean, love is the greatest. Assalamu alaikum. Right? No, not Allah Akbar. God is great. That's what the Muslim says. Then the Bible tell you that love is the greatest and God is love and love is of God. The same people that gave you Bible, gave you Quran, and if you understand, they are saying the same thing in those useless books that keep you bound. Love. You don't need love to live. No. You have your life to live, not love. There is nothing you can there's nothing great you can achieve in this world with love. The reason why we are suffering today is part of that love. Love. God love you, and God, in the name of God, they rob us. In the name of God, they kill us. In the name of God, they destroy us. In the name of God, they displace us. Yet some of you have not figured it out. You have strong affection for God you have not seen. Have you seen this God? No. Can you see this God now? No. I have faith and I hope I will see God. Everlasting chains, faith, hope, and love. They are everlasting chains that keep people in the bondage of spirituality, that keep people in the bondage of religion. You keep believing in something you don't know. So with faith, faith makes you arrogance in your ignorance. Faith makes you, encourages you in your delusion. Faith makes you hold on to your illusion. Faith makes you believe that your delusion will come to pass. You hope it will happen. And anyone that is telling you otherwise is considered infidel, enemy, must be destroyed, devil, hellbound. Bad thing must happen to him to prove that I am right. You must trash that chains, destroy them. I used to be bound by those chains, but I am free. I am free indeed. There is no chain that can bind me anymore. There's no power that can hold me down. No God, no Jesus, no religion. I am free from them all. I am free indeed. Religion is is what created God, and I am free from religion. And with God, after they created God, they created the Holy Book, and I'm free from three of them. I'm free from God. I'm free from religion. I'm free from God. I'm free from Holy Book. I don't live by faith. I don't have hope, and I don't love. I live humanly. It is called fairness. It is called justice. It's called equity. Living humanly. Nothing spiritual, nothing religious, but human. I am above every God. I'm above every angel. I'm above every almighty whatever people make up. I don't live by them. I have my brain. I think for myself. And you should also do the same. I encourage you to do the same. Live your life and let us have a great life again. Peace.